that's gone. Yo, what's up, guys? Day 116 of Road to 345. How do you guys like those dingers, bro? Feeling pretty good with barreling up the ball. Got some good backspin too, and the one-hand follow-throughs. Happy with the progress I made yesterday with those swings. And even like the little line drive up the middle felt similar way. But yeah, enough about the swings. Today's session, it absolutely bodied me. I am not feeling the greatest right now. It was a pretty tough session, and just the execution of a lot of different things just wasn't quite there. The cleans I thought were good. Well, let me finish what I'm gonna say. But I thought they were good except for the front rack and the catch. Well, just the front rack really, even though that's kind of tied to the catch. My front rack was really poor. I wasn't really punching my elbows through and getting them high enough. I thought everything else was pretty solid. How I was moving the bar, keeping it close to my body, contacting it on a good point on my hip, not bending my elbows. All that stuff I thought was pretty good. But then the elbows, man, maybe it's just because my back is really tight and I just don't have that. It's just not opened up, and I don't have the, I guess, mobility to get into that position. And then it likely is that, because then that translated to stuff later in the lift with the front squat. But before I talk about the front squat, I think too, the power is there. I also just don't have, one, the comfort, and this is also tied to two, the experience with the cleans on catching it at a lower position. Still catching it in a power, but even lower than when I usually do. Because when I look at the failed two on the 185, the bar was fucking above the Pirelli logo. Like, it was by the Inter logo. How do you like this jersey, by the way? I think it's pretty sick. I got it in Thailand as well. I'm a big fan of this one. But yeah, I got the bar like up here, bro, and that's good enough to like land a power. I don't know if I was psyching myself out or just wasn't there mentally, or like I said, it was like an experience and comfort thing, or a mobility thing too, of just me being comfortable getting into that squat position. But yeah, it's just hard. And then the front squat, same thing happened. You'll see one of the fails in the video. That shit really hurt my fingers too. But my elbows just weren't high enough. It's just like, I'm not getting into that proper position, and then I just folded forward because of it, and I'm taking a lot of the weight on the fingers when I don't need to be. It could be resting on that little gap between like your delt and your neck. But yeah, and then the RDLs were pretty challenging too. It was pretty hard to get used to the movement. It was my first time ever doing it. We might change it next week and just do like a landmine RDL, something that's a little bit easier movement wise. Not easier like as in like trying to make the movement easier and me doing less work. I'm still gonna challenge myself to the best of my ability, but just easier movement considering my current level of mobility, I guess, and my current proficiency in different movements. The bench press, I don't really have anything to complain about the bench press. I thought the bench press went fairly well. Lifted similar, if not the same weights as last week, but there was a jump in the back offset, so progress is progress, you know? Let's see what else I have to... Is there anything else I need to touch on? I'm not too sure. Softball tournament this weekend. You guys will probably see some clips from that. Upper body day tomorrow. What else do I have? I'm not quite sure. I guess I'll close off with a message for the day. My message for the day is, I touched on it a long time ago, but it was like a picture with a fox. It's, what's the bravest thing you've ever done, or the bravest thing you've ever said? And it was help. It's very important for one to seek out help. It's very important for one to speak about their problems, as I am with you guys today with my lift, and just being genuine with how I felt. It's important to say these things. It's important to take them for what they are, and then to do your best to step forward with that experience in mind. As I always say, a step backwards can still be a step forwards, and then so long as you have the right attitude and mentality about it. This lift today could either ruin the rest of my day, the rest of my week, the rest of my whatever, or I can be the way I am now, talk about it, laugh about it later. I'll probably laugh about it in an hour when I'm at work. I'm even laughing about it, texting a friend, a good friend, about the lift and showing him like screenshots of my fingers on the failed front squat because it looks fucking crazy. But yeah, we could always approach it with a positive mindset, a positive outlook, a positive perspective, however you wanna call it. We could always approach it in that way, and I know I'm gonna grow from it, and I know too that it might not even be that deep. Like, just a bad day is a bad day. But everyone has a right to react to certain things the way they will. We just have to learn how to grow from these experiences, and grow in a way where we're not necessarily reacting the same way. We're progressing in the way we react to certain situations. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to the Yap. Sorry for not a lot of a jolly talk with a lot of trolls and jokes, but just how the day went. Anyways, I'm wishing you guys a very good day. I appreciate the love and support from you guys as always. We're climbing up, man. 75 subs. We're almost at a hundo. Again, love you guys. Thank you guys for that support. I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if you think gooning is cardio. Anyways, thanks guys. Make sure to stay freaky. Have a good Friday.